How's everyone doing tonight? Wow, loud crowd. Don't worry, we'll get to you here shortly. Brooke tells me it's family style, so if you don't have someone to say grace at your table, Brad Scott will be providing. How about a big hell yeah? Sorry, congratulations to Thomas and Brooke. I was asked nicely not to embarrass anyone today. I'll try my best. I'm not going to make any promises. I will say Thomas shocked me with his vows. That's going to be real tough to follow. I was asked nicely, where are we at here? Oh, here we go. I guess the White House was booked today, so we had to settle for this place. Sorry for any inconvenience. I also saw Mark Lauver running around. I guess the crisis at the border is a real fear. People will literally travel anywhere for a free meal. Seriously though, thank you very much, Chris and Gina, for letting us have this beautiful celebration. The house looks amazing, and I know how much work went into this weekend. And that goes for everyone that helped make this day special for Thomas and Brooke. I know this might come as a surprise to this side of the table, but weddings are a lot of work, especially when they're in a backyard. I will say, I saw my brother running a weed eater up here. I didn't know he knew how to run one of those. And I'm certain his neighbors didn't know either. Thank you, Thomas, for giving me the privilege of being your best man. I must say, I am honored to be here today. I'm even more honored to preside over the only 5 minutes of the day that Brooke didn't plan. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Thomas's older brother, Steve. For those of you that do know me, I am just as shocked as you are that there was enough fabric floating around Bangladesh to construct this suit. As you can imagine, there was never a dull moment growing up with Thomas. For most of my brother's life, he's never really understood the concept that some actions have consequences. As a result, he's about one concussion away from pissing his pants and forgetting his name every time Brooke revs up the microwave. Some people would tell a joke to get a laugh. My brother would shoot a bottle rocket out of his ass and catch himself on fire. The fun thing about having a little brother is, anytime he would get hurt doing something that I suggested was a bad idea, it would be my fault. And Neen can attest to that, the time he flew out of the back of the buggy and got tangled up in the back tires. My mom and dad didn't take him to the ER, we did. Like all brothers, we've had the occasional fight over the years. I think my favorite time was when Thomas gave me a black eye a few days before I graduated from IUP. I think that fight was over a ratchet strap or something. Yeah. He had attempted to cover it up with my mom's makeup, but it turns out my brother sucks at doing makeup, and I looked like a corpse in most of my pictures. I actually scared the guy that was in front of me in line. We've had our ups and downs over the years, but we've certainly had more good times than bad. Thomas, you're an idiot. But you're my idiot, and you'll always be my best friend. Now, flashback to a few years ago. Thomas is going out with Brooke, and I know we heard a little bit about this tonight, way more than I ever knew about the first time that he came over here with Brooke. All I knew about Brooke at the time was she was the girl whose dad had a race car. I only knew this because our bedroom had been filled with Chris Cook posters when Thomas was in elementary school. At the time, my brother was driving a clapped-out 12-valve Cummins, which had certainly spent more time on Hooper's rollback at 4 o'clock in the morning going back to Williamsport than it did on the road.
I get a hell yeah brother for that.
It was a normal Monday to get a call at 4 o'clock in the morning from Thomas. Hey, call Hooper. I'm broke down by Yellow Creek. Headed back for Williamsport. Broken input shaft this time. Anyhow, I let him take my truck to go pick Brooke up, which, I don't know, at the time I guess it was nice, but it was still pretty beat. But listen, you two remember that the next time you're running your mouth about the holes in the floor and the windows that don't go down, no air conditioning, I am certain that that truck is directly responsible for this marriage. So you're welcome. After getting to know Brooke, it was obvious that we couldn't let my brother mess this up. I'm sure it's no surprise to anyone that Brooke is a special person. She's generous, caring, and outgoing. Brooke's kitchen is always open. Most weeks start off with a call or a text from Brooke asking what my schedule is so that I can come over and try out the latest recipes that she saw on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever she uses. As you can tell, I've never left hungry. I blame 40 pounds on Brooke's cooking. When Brooke worked at Pocono, she gave us the opportunity to experience NASCAR from a whole different perspective. For years, we were stuck sitting in the stands, and then all of a sudden we were flying through the pits in a golf cart and raiding the media center for cookies, flying through the haulers, the garages, even got to watch our dad wave the green flag for Denny Hamlin during time trials.
Oh yeah.
Hey! He's still wound up about it. When people think of what true love is, they think of something that they've seen on the Hallmark Channel. But I think of Brooke shacking up in a motorhome every single weekend at the racetrack, supporting my dingus brother, even when his shit is beat and he loses first round or loses in buybacks because he red lighted. After Brooke gave him the money for buybacks. Now, with that being said, I think another meaning of love is Tom is cleaning Bo's puke out of the carpet in the middle of the night because he is Brooke's dog, but only during business hours. I am certain that you guys can make it through anything together. You've already made it through the Camaro project, all 3 times that the Camaro was a project, and you've made it through multiple Zolocsik family functions, which we know can be a circus. Brooke, you've felt like family since day one, and I'm glad you chose to stick around all these years. You were the perfect addition to our group of friends and our family. I've had some good times with my brother over the years, but I've had the best times since you've been with him. And I know that Thomas would never admit it, but he is a lost puppy when you're not around. And we all know it. Thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of your big day. I couldn't ask for a better sister-in-law or a better brother, even though Brooke feels more like a little sister. Thomas, I have one piece of advice for you. Your wedding night is not a drag race. You don't have to finish in under 10 seconds. Thomas and Brooke. Raise them up, people.
Next, we have the matron of honor, Brittany Schultz, and the maid of honor, Christine Evans.